Let knowledge flow like a river, without any hindrance. Don't make it like a stagnant pool. Hi everyone. I'm PS Chatterjee, and welcome back to our Excel for Intermediate series. The title of today's video is Format Cells Like a Pro in Excel, Intermediate Skills, Part 6. After creating a video on date and time functions, I realized that understanding Excel's Format Cells feature is essential for my viewers. Without a clear grasp of this, using date and time functions might feel confusing or even frustrating. That's why I've created this video. So, why is it important to know about the Format Cells feature? This feature in Excel offers a variety of options to help customize how data is displayed. These include general, number, currency, accounting, date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, text, special, and custom formats. By default, Excel uses the general format, but we have the flexibility to change it to match our specific needs. Understanding these options will not only improve the way your data looks but also make your calculations more accurate and meaningful. In this session, I'll take you through each of these format types, explaining how and when to use them. By the end, you'll be able to format cells like a pro and make your spreadsheets more professional and easier to understand. If you find these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Excel tips that simplify your work. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or requests for future videos. Let's dive in. For the benefit of viewers using an Android phone, I've split this format type into two halves and zoomed in on the sheet. In this first half, you can see the first 6 formatting options out of a total of 12, and I've adjusted the serial numbers to correlate with my last video. Now, let's dive into these formatting options. I'll start with General, which is the default cell formatting option. With the general format, you can enter any text or number in a cell without applying a specific display format. However, for certain types of data, such as dates or currency, we need to use different formats to ensure the data is displayed correctly and clearly. I'll explain why and how to use each format as we progress. Instead of spending too much time on general, which many of you are already familiar with, let's move on to the next type, date. Date formatting is crucial when working with dates, as it allows Excel to recognize the data as a date rather than just text or a number. By applying this format, you can display dates in various styles, such as mm/dd/yyyy or dd-mmm-yyyy. Here, dd represents day, mmm represents month, and yyyy represents year. This not only makes your data more readable but also enables Excel to perform date-based calculations, such as finding the difference between two dates or sorting them chronologically. Now, in cell C4, I'm going to apply the Excel function today. As a result, we'll see today's date, which starts with the month 11, representing November. However, we usually write the date first, followed by the month and then the year. To change the date format, select cell C4, then right-click to bring up the options. I'll choose the format 14-MAR-01, which is more familiar to us. Next, let's move on to the time format. In cell C5, I'll first apply the Excel function now. We know that the now function returns both the date and time. However, if we only need to display the time, we can adjust the formatting. First, select cell C5 and right-click. Then, click on the Format Cells option located fourth from the bottom. If you don't see the time format option immediately, select the number category first. Next, click on the time format option, and you'll find several choices. The first option, *1:30:55 p.m., is very familiar to me, so I'll choose that. Now, we can clearly see the time displayed in the selected format. Next, let's move on to the number format. Applying the number format in Excel. When working with numbers in Excel, proper formatting is essential for readability and presentation. The number category in Excel's Format Cells dialog provides options for customizing how numbers appear. In this example, you're viewing the text number in cell E3, and just beside it, in F3, there's a figure, 10,000. By default, the format type for cell F3 is set to General. To apply the number format to cell F3, right-click on cell F3 and select Format Cells. In the Format Cells dialog, choose the number category, the second option. Check the box labeled Use 1000 Separator, comma. Excel also offers several options for displaying negative numbers, such as using a minus sign, showing them in red, placing them within parentheses, or combining these for clearer visibility of negative values. The default setting displays 2 decimal places, but you can adjust this between 0 and 30 decimal places using the up and down arrows according to your requirements. After applying the number format, you'll see the number in cell F3 displayed as 10,000.00. By adopting the number format, you can give your Excel sheets a more professional appearance. Next, let's move on to the currency format. Applying the currency format in Excel. Proper formatting is essential for readability and presentation in Excel, especially when working with financial data. The currency category in Excel's Format Cells dialog offers a range of options to customize how currency values appear. In this example, cell E4 contains the text currency, and next to it, cell F4 contains the figure 1000. By default, cell F4 is set to General Format. To apply the currency format to cell F4, right-click on cell F4 and select Format Cells. In the Format Cells dialog, choose the currency category, the third option. By default, this format will include 1000 separator, comma, for every 1000. Under Symbol, you can select a currency symbol. Excel provides many options, the $sign, euro, pound, and many more including Indian rupee. For this demonstration, select the dollar symbol. Excel also provides options for displaying negative values, such as showing them with a minus sign, in red, within parentheses, or a combination. This customization can make it easier to identify negative amounts in financial data. The default currency setting displays 2 decimal places, but you can adjust this from 0 to 30 decimal places using the up and down arrows. After applying the currency format, the figure in cell F4 will display as $1,000. By using the currency format, you can give your Excel sheet a polished, professional look. Our next format is accounting format. Applying the accounting format in Excel. The accounting format in Excel is quite similar to the currency format, with a few key differences. In this example, cell E5 contains the text accounting, and next to it, cell F5 contains the figure 2000. By default, cell F5 is set to the general format. To apply the accounting format to cell F5, right-click on cell F5 and select Format Cells. In the Format Cells dialog, select the accounting category, which is the fourth option. By default, this format will include a thousands separator by, comma, for every 1,000. Under Symbol, you can choose from various currency symbols. Excel offers options like the $sign, euro, pound, Indian rupee, and more. For this demonstration, select the dollar symbol. One key difference with the accounting format is that it does not offer options for customizing the display of negative values, such as using a minus sign, showing in red, or placing values within parentheses. The accounting format, like currency, defaults to 2 decimal places, but you can adjust this from 0 to 30 decimal places using the up and down arrows. After applying the accounting format, the figure in cell F5 will display as $2000.00, aligned for easy reading. Using the accounting format can give your Excel sheet a polished, professional appearance. Now, I'm switching to the next sheet to explore the remaining cell format options. Now, I am typing 0.1555 in cell C3 of this sheet. Since the default cell format is set to general, we're seeing the figure 0.1555 displayed here. Next, I'll right-click on cell C3, select Format Cells, and choose the format type percentage. This is the 7th option in the list. If you don't see these options, make sure you're on the Number tab within the Format Cells palette. Now, once we apply this change, take a look at cell C3 again. It now shows 15.55%. Explanation of percentage formatting and its uses. Percentage formatting in Excel is a convenient way to represent decimal numbers as percentages. When you apply percentage formatting, Excel multiplies the value by 100 and adds a percentage sign. For instance, our original value of 0.1555 converts to 15.55%. This formatting is highly useful in data analysis, especially when you need to show proportions, compare growth rates, or demonstrate distribution in percentage terms. For example, it's commonly used in finance to show interest rates, in surveys to display response rates, or in marketing metrics to highlight conversion rates. Additionally, the percentage format can help make data more intuitive and visually engaging, as it simplifies decimals into more understandable percentages. Now it's time for the cell format type fraction. Now, I am typing 0.75 in cell C4 of this sheet, and as we know, the default cell format is set to general. Currently, we're seeing 0.75 displayed. Next, I'll right-click on cell C4, select Format Cells, and choose the format type fraction. This is the 8th option in the list. Once we apply this format, let's look at cell C4 again. It now shows 3/4. Explanation of fraction formatting and its uses. Fraction formatting in Excel is a way to display decimal values as fractions instead of standard decimal numbers. When you apply the fraction format, Excel converts the decimal to its closest fraction form, making it easier to read in situations where fractions are more appropriate than decimals. This format is especially useful in fields that deal with measurements, such as engineering, carpentry, or even cooking, where fractions are commonly used. For example, if you're working on a construction project and need to specify measurements as fractions of an inch, this formatting type is invaluable. Excel also provides various fraction types, such as halves, quarters, eighths, and so on. This allows you to tailor the fraction display to best fit the precision required for your data. Now it's time for the cell format type scientific. Now, I am typing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 in cell C5 of this sheet, and as we know, the default cell format is set to General. Currently, we're seeing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 displayed. Next, I'll right-click on cell C5, select Format Cells, and choose the format type Scientific. This is the 9th option in the list. Once we apply this format, take a look at cell C5 again. It now shows 1.23 times 10 to the power of 8th. Explanation of scientific formatting and its uses. Scientific formatting in Excel is a way to display large or small numbers in scientific notation, which is a shorthand for very large or very small values. In scientific notation, Excel represents numbers in the form of E notation, where the letter E stands for exponent. For example, 1.23 times 10 to the power of 8th means 1.23 times 10 to the power of 8th, or 123 million. This formatting is particularly useful in fields like engineering, physics, chemistry, and data science, where calculations often involve extremely large or extremely small values. Using scientific notation helps keep data compact and readable without losing accuracy. Scientific formatting can simplify complex data sets by allowing quick, high-level views of numbers without having to scroll through long strings of digits. It's especially helpful for data analysis, making comparisons easier and data more manageable. Now it's time for the cell format type text. Now, I am typing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 in cell F4 of this sheet, and as we know, the default cell format is set to General. Currently, we're seeing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 displayed as a regular number. Next, I'll right-click on cell F4, select Format Cells, and choose the format type Special. This is the 11th option in the list. Under the Type section, we can see several specific formats to choose from, like zip code +4, phone number, and social security number. Let's select phone number and click OK. Now, look at cell F4. The number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 is now formatted as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, making it instantly recognizable as a phone number. Explanation of special formatting and its uses. The special format in Excel is designed for commonly used data types that have specific formatting needs, such as phone numbers, postal codes, and social security numbers. By choosing one of these options, Excel automatically applies the proper formatting style, so you don't have to manually insert dashes, parentheses, or spaces. This type of formatting is especially useful in administrative tasks, data entry, or any situation where structured data must be uniform and easy to read. Now it's time for the last cell format option, and this is the most interesting and important one: custom formatting. Custom formatting in Excel allows you to create personalized display formats for your data. Unlike the predefined formats, custom formatting gives you full control over how numbers, dates, text, or other data types appear in cells. With custom formatting, you can specify symbols, decimal places, text strings, and even color-coded formats to suit your needs. This is particularly useful when the standard formatting options don't meet your specific requirements. Custom formatting lets you create a more personalized presentation of your data. As a structural engineer, I often need to add units after a value, such as kilonewtons, kN, kilonewtons per meter, kN/m, or kilonewtons per meter squared, kN/m superscript 2. For example, let's take the value 10.25 in cell F5. Right-click on cell F5, select Format Cells, and choose the custom type. You'll see several standard format options, but let's say we need to display the unit kN per m superscript 2 after the number. First, choose the 0.00 format, and then, within quotation marks, type kN per m superscript 2. Click OK, and now you'll see the number 10.25 with the unit clearly displayed as 10.25 knots per m superscript 2. You can add any text inside the quotation marks, either before or after the number, without affecting the number itself. Thanks for watching. I hope these 12 Excel formatting tips help you create beautiful and professional spreadsheets. Remember, a well-formatted spreadsheet is easier to read, understand, and work with. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to my channel for more Excel tips and tricks. Share this video with your friends and colleagues. And most importantly, keep practicing your Excel skills. See you in the next video.